Hey everyone, my name is MyUsernamesThis. Today I'm going to be discussing whether or not you should be buying the new boss Game Pass. So, Asimo did say it's going to be like the equivalent of SWAT but for criminals. So we're going to see if that is actually true. Should you get it? Why you should get anything else if you shouldn't get it, and stuff like that. So let's go ahead real quick and just get started. So real quick, I'm going to go ahead and just come over here as a prisoner, come down outside, get myself onto the turret over here, the SWAT machine and everything like that. I haven't really done like what the SWAT does and what the boss does separately, because I've already had the SWAT. I've been like the first one to get it. I got the Game Pass as soon as it came out while I'm testing it, and the testing server didn't let me test only SWAT or only boss. But yeah, so you can see right over here that SWAT is obviously needed if you want to use the SWAT vehicle. And I believe if you have the boss Game Pass and this, I'm going to go ahead and get my alt loaded up as well. So right over here you guys can see that if I go into this vehicle, I can sit in the passenger seat on my alt with no Game Pass. Is perfectly fine. But if I go up here, it says I need to buy the SWAT gun. So that means you must have the SWAT gun to operate the SWAT vehicle, and you must have the boss Game Pass to operate the Rolls Royce. And you can't use like the boss Game Pass to operate the SWAT vehicle and stuff like that. So basically, if you want to operate this vehicle, you need the SWAT. If you want the other one, you won't need the boss. And also, boss gives you this criminal trick to let you know when all the robberies are here. So honestly, I feel like it just comes down to which role you play as the most of the time. I mean, SWAT is mainly only for police officers. The boss is only for criminals. Because now if I go over to the police station and show you something real quick after I grab myself some guns here, you'll see why. So I'm going to go ahead and just fly over here to the police station real quick so I can show you guys the SWAT thing and the boss stuff and like that. So right here in the police station obviously is where all the SWAT gear is. Like the boss thing is in the criminal base, of course, because that's where criminals get their things. So you can see right over here, I'm a criminal. I don't have a pistol or this rifle here. I have an AK, but not this rifle. I'm literally spam clicking this rifle. I'm not sure if you guys can hear my mouse clicking right now, but it's not giving me this. So it used to be that you could just grab stuff from the SWAT team as a criminal, but now you can't do that anymore. Instead, you have to come over here to the police team, and you can only grab the police team. I'm not sure if that is a bug or not, or if that's intentional, but so far it looks like it is in fact intentional since Asimo released a bug patch. And obviously over here, like, you need SWAT if you're a police officer to get this. And I guess now we're going to go ahead and just go to the criminal base and show you the boss Game Pass. So you can see right now, I am in fact a criminal. I can get myself anything on here. So I'm going to go ahead and go over here on my alt as well, which does not have any Game Passes. And you can see right here, if I want this, I have to have boss. So basically, that means that you cannot grab the opposite team's like weapons and tools and stuff like that now. So you have to be on the exact same team. Like, so SWAT, you have to be on a police team. A boss, you have to be on the criminal team if you want to use it. The exception is the Rolls Royce and the SWAT van. You can be a cop in the Rolls Royce and you can be a criminal in the SWAT van. That's perfectly fine. But everything else, like the weapons, the masks, the head, helmet, whatever, SWAT shield, stuff like that, that's only for the specific team that you're on. So like SWAT stuff, of course, is only for cops, and the boss is only for criminals. And now let's go ahead and just talk pricing. So I'm going to compare the Game Passes over here, boss and SWAT, with all the other Jailbreak Game Passes. Car Serial is mainly for fun. It costs 50 Robux cheaper. Get that only if you have everything else, honestly. Same thing with the storage upgrade. The storage upgrade is pointless. What I would recommend though is bigger duffel bag. It is the exact same pass as both SWAT and boss. And if you want to get money fast, bigger duffel bag is the way to go. And if the thing is, if you're buying the bigger duffel bag, you're probably, most likely, why would you buy it if you're a cop, you know what I mean? You're going to be on the criminal team. That means if you buy the bigger duffel bag and you want to get money fast, you might as well get boss, since there won't be any use for you to have the SWAT team. Because very few people with the SWAT Game Pass actually use the SWAT van. The SWAT van's kind of slow as well. It's basically as fast as the Camaro. I mean, it's not really worth it at all, besides for the looks in the turret. VIP, get it if you're a rich boy. Mobile Garage is 50 Robux more than this. I get that if you want to like drive like the vehicle super duper fast. Unless you use a helicopter, which then it doesn't really matter that much, because helicopter doesn't have the speed control option. Yeah, so I'd recommend getting the SWAT 300 Robux if you play as a police officer. And maybe the VIP for a cop as well, because you get that 20% additional bounty. But that's only if you're playing as a cop. So if you're playing as a cop, it's 1,300 Robux. If you're playing as a criminal, you get bigger duffel bag, plus box, which is 600. And plus maybe like mobile garage, which is like 950. Which should be plenty, like way cheaper than a police officer to get money fast. That's why if you're playing as a criminal, I'd recommend you getting the boss instead of the SWAT. And if you only have 300 Robux, get bigger duffel bag first. So yeah, that's basically the price. So now let's go real quick and just come over here back to the game. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you me driving both the SWAT and the regular, this boss car over here. Boss car, I've been driving it a little bit. It's pretty darn fast. And I mean, as a criminal, you're going to be in the city. I mean, even police officers can really use this. So you can definitely see it's a lot faster than the Camaro is. I'd definitely be comfortable using this car driving around. It's like a lot better than those. I haven't done a speed test yet, but it definitely feels fairly quick. I'm not sure if it's the exact same speed as the Camaro or not. That will come in a future video in a speed test. But right now, it feels like it's pretty fast. It's much faster than the SWAT van, which I'm going to go ahead and use the SWAT van right now. So that was basically the test for the Rolls-Royce Wraith over here. Let's go real quick, get into the FBI, open up SWAT vehicle over here. And we're going to go ahead and come over here. You can definitely hear the engine sound is a little bit different. And you can definitely hear it's a lot slower to ramp up compared to the other vehicle. So yeah, definitely it feels a lot slower here as well. So SWAT van is significantly slower than the boss. And also the thing about boss is you're a criminal, right? So as a criminal, you're going to get the notifications. I personally haven't played much police officer to see a benefit of knowing when the robbery opens, because whenever you are a cop, you get notified on when people start the robbery anyway, so there's no point in getting the boss if you play as a police officer. So yeah, let's go real quick, and you can see the train, of course, it's here, gave me the notification. This SWAT car is super slow compared to that Rolls-Royce, so I definitely, in terms of the vehicle, go for the boss game pass. And basically everything else besides the aesthetics, like the gun, both teams get access. So honestly, like I said before, it's just a matter of which team you tend to play on more. If you play like me, criminal style, like 99% of the time, get yourself the boss game pass. Like, boss is gonna be way more worth it than the SWAT thing, because considering that this rifle over here and the SWAT rifle are exactly the same thing, they just flip the orientation on the screen. I mean, there's really no point in getting the SWAT thing if you're not gonna be a cop, because you won't be able to use SWAT as a criminal. And the same thing goes for playing as a police officer. If you're playing as a cop all the time, I don't know why you would. You wouldn't need bigger duffel bag, but you would need the VIP, and VIP costs a lot of Robux, so I don't know why you would get that if you're already like restrained on the amount of Robux you can use. SWAT van isn't really that worth it as well. I would not personally use this vehicle to drive around to get like a Rolls Royce, or even like a Lambo. I think is better. And unless you are really caring about the looks over here, honestly, these aesthetic things, they don't really make a difference in how you play the game. It's just purely for cosmetic purposes and like how to make you look good. But like I said, in Jailbreak, looks really don't matter. I mean, I can be a bacon here and just shoot down cops just as well as I can with a full, like, expensive, like, Asimo outfit. I can do both of those things easily. Or maybe the bacon here even does the train a bit better, since it can actually jump onto the train instead of the Asimo package. But yeah, so honestly, it looks don't matter in this game, and if you click this, you get like, you lose all the clothing. So I think this is basically the final conclusion time. So if you're someone like me that plays as a criminal basically the entire time in Jailbreak, and you're trying to get money fast, grind and stuff, get the bigger duffel bag first, then get the, what's it called, the boss game pass. So if you get SWAT, then you're never really going to use the perks. It'll just be a waste of 300 Robux that you could have spent on something else. And then you might as well get mobile garage and stuff. It's going to cost like 950 total for the criminal path. That's actually worth it. And the police officer, if you play as a cop, most of the time you want to be a camping no life, get VIP and the SWAT game pass, because the crime boss will have no use for you. Because police officers get notified for robberies already. There's no point in getting 2 notifications at once. And yeah, so basically it just comes down to which team you're on, like I said earlier. None of these game passes affect your ability to like get grenades, rocket launchers, or AKs and shotguns and pistols. It's all the same. The only difference is that if you're a police officer, you have to have the SWAT for the better AR over here. If you're a criminal, then you need the boss game pass to have this better gun here. So like basically it just gives you the additional gun to use and the turret on the truck. So honestly, if I were you, I'd get the bigger duffel bag first, by far. If you have bigger duffel bag, then get the boss game pass. I guess my summary here is that the boss game pass is worth it if you have bigger duffel bag and you play as a criminal. If you don't play as the criminal, then don't get boss, get the SWAT instead. So I've been using the crime boss game pass for a full day now, and I'm gonna go and just say this: if you are playing as a criminal, I would highly recommend getting it, because like especially the robbery notification, it comes in so handy whenever you're just driving around in a police chase, especially when I'm playing with Creek. When I'm just driving around in the city doing loop-de-doos to escape from the police officers, and I get notified when the stores open. Pretty great thing to have, because otherwise you'd just be looping around there endlessly, maybe going around the entire map, and maybe a selfish robbery will like start and you won't be able to rob the jewelry store or like the train or museum, anything like that. I mean, train's not really such a big deal because you can in fact hear it, but I mean, a lot of times I think right now the servers, like the volumes are a bit glitched, so I'd recommend you get that notification for the robberies. It'll help you get money really fast. They're adding that feature for the museum as well, like Asimo's doing that right now. at this instant I'm recording this video, so it's gonna be pretty awesome. Honestly, I feel like you should get this game pass. The only reason why you shouldn't really get this game pass is if you play as a camping cop, and that's because camping cops can't use this feature. Thing is, I got SWAT like when it was available for criminals to use, and Crime Boss is basically SWAT for criminals. You can't access the SWAT panel as a criminal now, and police can't access the Crime Boss. So I guess just buy the game pass that suits the role you play if you play as a cop or a criminal. So if you guys enjoyed this guide, be sure to press like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what other update videos you guys want me to do. I'm probably gonna do a speed test with the Rolls Royce as well. So if you guys enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.